Ooh, Bad Larry.
Welcome back, Bad Larry Kingdom. I'm your host, Bad Larry, and today we're checking out X Factor number 24, and this is the start of a 3-part series called The Fall of the Mutants. And just to catch you up to speed, X Factor had just defeated Cameron Hodge and then was subsequently teleported by Apocalypse to his ship to battle his 4 Horsemen. This issue was written by Louise Simonson and penciled by her husband, Walter Simonson. Our heroes, Cyclops, Marvel Girl, Beast, Iceman, and Caliban just realized that they're not in Virginia anymore. They've been teleported, but to where? Caliban's mutant power is mutant detection, and he tells the team that he detects a strong mutant presence, being 3 of the Horsemen that they battled before for sure. 1 unknown mutant, but somewhat familiar to them, and 1 new mutant. This must be Archangel, aka Death, aka the former Angel. Marvel Girl gets the group in a protective telekinesis bubble, and Iceman tells Beast to chill out, don't exert himself too much, because when he does, he goes dum-dum. But does Beast listen? No. And he starts ripping the ship apart, saying, this ain't even no big deal to me right now, because I'm super strong. Cyclops says, knock knock, fools, we know you're out there, Horsemen. Come and fight us, we're gonna rip your ship apart. And Apocalypse drops in from the ceiling like he's Prince at the Super Bowl, saying, X Factor, I've studied you. Prepare for battle against my Horsemen. There's no rescue for you because my ship is invisible to everybody. You better fight or die. Apocalypse starts jibber-jabbering about mutants taking out the humans and stuff like that, but X Factor is a well-oiled machine. While Apocalypse was flapping his blue lips, our X Factor team has deduced that Apocalypse is both a shapeshifter and a teleporter. Apocalypse says that Professor X's dream of peace with the humans is stupid, but Professor X has trained our X Factor team very well. Cyclops says, Plan 383, and they start launching an attack against Apocalypse. But Apocalypse moves somewhat like Mr. Fantastic, growing his limbs, stretching from here to there. He's super hard to hit. Apocalypse is just toying with them at this point. He's like a trainer in a boxing ring, egging Beast on to fight him harder, because the more he exerts himself, the stronger he gets, which is what Apocalypse wants. Even though he knows his brain is going dum-dum, he says at least he'll be very, very strong in body, and then uses Beast like a bowling ball to knock down X Factor like some bowling pins. And now that Apocalypse has X Factor's full undivided attention, he goes into his total backstory history. Apocalypse tells X Factor that ever since man walked the earth, Apocalypse was there. So he's super duper old. In Egypt, he was worshipped as the god called Set, and in Persia, he was worshipped as the god Saru. The Aztec people worshipped Apocalypse as the god called Huitzilopochtli, god of war and bloody sacrifice. And in India, he was worshipped as the 4-armed god Kali Ma, the Black Mother, sword-wielding, draped in snakes, and girdled in skulls. And in every civilization that he was worshipped in, he brought judgment and destruction, which is what he wants to do now. Apocalypse tells X Factor, why are you pretending to protect these humans who just betrayed you? Look at what they did to your good friend Warren Worthington III. He was financing the whole X Factor operation to save humans, but look at what they did to him. They cut his wings off. Apocalypse is doing his best effort to try and recruit X Factor to work under him. He's telling him he's been around since the dawn of time. He's taken over every civilization. It's gonna happen again. Why fight against them when he could work with them? And back then, there weren't that many mutants to take on the humans, but now there are more and more mutants. It might as well be the time of Apocalypse. Wow, what a great drawing by Walter Simonson of Apocalypse right here. This looks exactly like the Diamond Select Apocalypse figure, which I just recently bought. If you haven't got that figure, it is a must get if you're an X Factor, X-Men fan, or Apocalypse fan. It's the quintessential Apocalypse figure. You must get it. This is not a sponsor of this figure, by the way. I just love it that much. Apocalypse is laughing at X Factor, saying that X Factor has been Apocalypse's greatest asset in creating division between mutants and humans. And now that the humans and mutants are on the brink of war, X Factor might as well join Apocalypse's side, the winning side, which has been the way since all human history. But Caliban makes a good point. He says it was mutants the Marauders who came down to the sewers to try and eliminate their entire race of Morlocks. It wasn't humans. And Cyclops said, enough! We had enough of this mutant superiority. Take out the human talk for Magneto. We didn't join him and we're not going to join you. Prepare for battle. Beast launches his solo attack, which he's done so many times with zero success. When is he going to learn that attack doesn't work? But what has worked was Apocalypse's speech on Caliban. Caliban has been going on and on and on in previous episodes about getting stronger and being useless in battle. Caliban says he does not want peace, he wants violence. He wants vengeance against the Marauders who attacked his people. And if Apocalypse can give him strength and make him a stronger fighter, then he's in. Apocalypse is like, yes, great, got Caliban, he's in. And then he turns to the rest of X Factor and says, hey, you want to be weak and pathetic like you already are? Or do you want to be worshipped like these gods? And he brings out his 3 horsemen who he's already transformed. Famine, war, and pestilence. Now remember, the page 1 of this issue is called Masks, and we're seeing for the first time the 3 horsemen put on masks. I guess because without them, they don't look that too terrifying to me. Apocalypse tells his 3 horsemen, mount your beasts and destroy Manhattan. Cyclops says, damn, we can't just let you do that now. We're gonna put up a little bit of a fight, just FYI. Apocalypse says to Cyclops, of course you're gonna fight. That's my whole plan. I want to test y'all against my horsemen to prove your mettle and see your potential and see if you're truly worthy. That's my whole thing. War slaps a clap attack against Cyclops. Cyclops tells Marvel Girl that War has some sort of telekinetic force field around him and his armor is able to deflect his optic blast. We need to keep him talking and distract him. Cyclops' plan works. You always want to play to the villain's ego and get him talking. That way he's distracted, which allows Marvel Girl to hurl telekinetically some boulders, which takes out War, bonking him on the head, and incidentally takes Caliban out as well on accident. This battle is getting intense. Apocalypse keeps running his blue lips about taking over the world. Man, no one is listening to you. Cyclops is not only very powerful, but he's a brilliant strategist and field general. He realizes that War's armor may deflect his optic blast, but the wall doesn't, and he blasts the wall, burying War in a mound of rubble for now. Meanwhile, Famine, Apocalypse's horseman, launches a starvation attack against Iceman, literally causing him to waste away. Iceman must get away from Famine to stop his starvation attack, so he launches himself off the top of the building, which gives him just enough time to turn off his power-inhibiting belt. And Iceman says, let's play Simon Says. Simon Says, freeze! And I don't know what Caliban is doing. Cyclops and Marvel Girl have dispatched War. Iceman has just dispatched Famine. And Apocalypse is over here laughing. This dude thinks it's funny. All of this is just one giant test and giant game for Apocalypse. Now it's up to Beast to see if he can take out Pestilence. The last time they battled, Pestilence got the better of Beast, sending him into a coma, making his body physically stronger, but his mind starting to go dum-dum. All the while, Caliban is just watching this battle take place. Apocalypse tells Pestilence, go play a game of tag with the Beast over there. Pestilence tells Beast, time for your pedicure, monkey boy. Beast says, haha, too slow, bitch. Let me get my Inspector Gadget on and go gadget these arms upside your head, bitch. And still, Caliban just watches the battle unfurl. Maybe he's wanting to see who will come out victorious. Pretty useless and creepy, Caliban. Beast tells Pestilence, let me know if you know this one. Boom upside your head. Said boom upside your head. Our X Factor team dropped these 3 horsemen off at the feet of Apocalypse like, that's the best you got? Apocalypse doesn't seem to care about these 3 idiots. All he's caring about is trying to get X Factor to join him and fight against the humans. And still, Caliban simply watches on. Useless. Apocalypse tells X Factor, oh, those 3 idiots you're fighting were just the appetizer. Here comes the main course. The coup de grace. The piece de resistance. Let me present to you death. All living things await him. Cyclops and the rest of the X Factor team are pissed. Apocalypse has deformed their friend from a beautiful winged angel into this monstrosity that will be known as Archangel, aka Death. And not only has he destroyed him physically, but Apocalypse has destroyed Warren's mind. And basically, Warren tells them that in that plane crash, Warren did die. And out of that crash, birthed Death. Archangel, aka Death, launches attack against our heroes of X Factor. We see that Apocalypse has made serious upgrades to Archangel's wings. Not only are Archangel's wings metal, but now he can hurl feathers that are shaped like blades at his opponents, and the edges are laced with synapse disruptors that cause his opponents to be cut and then immobile. I see why it was so easy for Archangel to defeat the X Factor team. He just revealed himself to his best friends, and the team is just probably shocked to see his transformation. And that's all it took for Archangel to subdue the X Factor team, was that momentary hesitation, and that momentary shock allowed his razors to subdue our X Factor team. Well, everyone except Marvel Girl. Marvel Girl has the power of telekinesis, so obviously she was able to shield that initial attack from Archangel. Marvel Girl is trying to plead with Warren, or who she thinks is still Warren. She's like, Warren, you remember me? It's Jeannie. It's Jeannie, Warren. Come back to the good side. And Archangel's like, pish posh. Catch these knives, bitch. It is clear that Apocalypse has not only permanently changed Angel's physiology, but also permanently brainwashed him. I miss the good old days when a good old metal bar could restrain all of your heroes. Well, Apocalypse's Horsemen have defeated our X Factor heroes, and Apocalypse is now hovering over the X Factor team saying, I'll give you a choice. Choice A, join me. Or choice B, join me, but with a little more pain. Cyclops yells at Apocalypse, listen here, Blue Lips, F you, we'll never join you. And Apocalypse says, good choice, Mr. Summers. I guess you'll go with option B, join me with the pain. And Marvel Girl's over here still trying to talk to Archangel, trying to convince him to let him free and be good. And Archangel's like, nah, Apocalypse, where's my mask? This whole being good is over. I'm about to go whoop up on some humans. Archangel starts singing, ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Humans, you're gonna die. Everybody must have forgotten about Caliban. Caliban sneaks in. Scott Summers thinks that Caliban is gonna set him free. Cyclops says, Caliban, set us free. Hey, where are you going, buddy? Caliban, get over here, man. Caliban ignores Scott Summers. Caliban is only about himself. He's thirsty for that Apocalypse power. He kneels at Apocalypse's feet, says, give me that power, daddy. And in the meantime, Archangel leads the 4 horsemen of the Apocalypse to the judgment of the humans and their ultimate death and destruction. Tune in tomorrow for issue number 25, Judgment Day, and see how our X Factor team may be able to get out of the clutches of Apocalypse and possibly stop Archangel and the 4 horsemen from destroying all of humanity. And like always, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and put a comment down below.